It's time for juicy highlights.
We all love the world of fashion and seeing when your favorite celebrity is giving back. So guess what? Juicy Highlights is highlighting what you didn't know, and it starts now with one of Brooklyn's favorite vintage founder.
I was inspired by my grandmother, actually. I used to collect vintage. She gave me a lot of her vintage pieces when I was around 13. So I started collecting vintage really early. But I was inspired by the movie Mahogany, which is one of my favorite all-time fashion icon movies. And it stars Diana Ross. And the name of the business is Tracy Chambers Vintage. And Tracy Chambers was Diana Ross's character in Mahogany. So she's a major inspiration of mine. And she's the reason why she's not necessarily the reason why I started collecting vintage, but her character in that movie inspired me so much that I decided to name my clothing business after her. Fashion to me is art. It's like wearing a piece of art every day. Like this skirt that I'm wearing, this is a great art piece. I would almost take part of this and frame it. This would be great to put in a frame and put on a wall. So usually when I get dressed, like I said, I'm into details, and I like little details, and that's what fashion is for me. It's like walking pieces of art, and I like the way people express themselves through fashion. So some of the steps I took to start my business was, first I had a passion for vintage and a passion for fashion. I know that sounds really corny, but I did go to FIT for a semester right out of high school. I wanted to be a buyer for a major department store, and here I am full circle and buying for my own store and my own brand. So I just started, like I said, I was collecting vintage, I was buying vintage. I've always loved vintage and fashion, and I decided to start, I had such a large collection that I was like, you know, let me sell some off, because I was a stay-at-home mom for a while. And I wasn't getting the money that I wanted to get for the pieces that I had, and I had a lot of really nice vintage pieces. So I said, you know what, let me start this by myself, and let me see what I can do and try to start my own business. And I haven't stopped since. I love to shop. So my shopping addiction kind of led to me starting my own business. First, I made sure I got my legal process right, my paperwork right. I got my LLC, and then I made sure I secured my domain name, made sure I got the name of my business incorporated. I just started doing a lot of research on other retail businesses and other vintage stores, and just saw where I fit in. And I just did a lot of research before I actually opened my store. And I have my store at my house, which is a lot different. And I was looking for a retail space at the beginning, but I decided I had so much space in my house, I just want to try it here, and it's been going really well. You know, vintage is the quality is amazing. Most fashion is cyclical, and what that means is that a lot of the styles you see now in fashion have been done already. There are a lot of styles from the 40s that you can see reminiscent on the runway now. A lot of styles definitely from the 70s that you see on the runway now and in the stores now. The experience you get when you come here, I'm kind of off the beaten path. It's a sartorial experience when you come. You get to use the entire store to yourself. You get my undivided attention. Right now I'm by appointment, so if you want to make an appointment, by yourself or you're an appointment with a few girlfriends, you can come shop. I always usually have a little something to taste, a little something to drink, and it's just a really nice experience. For a lot of people, they're a little overwhelmed by vintage because they find it a little costumey, but I can help you integrate vintage into your contemporary wardrobe. So when you come to Tracy Chapman's Vintage, it's almost like shopping among friends. And you can take as much time as you want to shop or as little time as you want, and I can help you build your wardrobe if you like. And if some people don't need that, that's fine. But it's a really great, most people tell me they really like just being in the space. This is a very warm space, it's very intimate and it's very private, and there's not a lot of people walking around a store. You know, you kind of have the space to yourself when you're here.
Everything to me to be included tonight and to be kind of like just here after all these years, you know, all of the things that we've all lived through, it's meaningful. And not just sort of the AIDS epidemic, not just discrimination, not just bigotry, but just here in general, you know, as a culture, like where we are in our development as a culture.
Fun. This is a night that I've very much been looking forward to. Huge fan of all of the honorees, and it's fun to be supporting great charities and great organizations and great foundations that support the LGBT community.
It's a great honor, and it's humbling to be recognized by your community, by a foundation that does work for the community. You know, the Stonewall uprisings were 45 years ago, and so in that time now, we have a collection of people that can kind of speak to the brevity and the diversity of the community, and so I'm excited to be one of those people being awarded.
It feels remarkable, actually. Like, I want people to talk about this because that's how I feel. I think that social justice work in the LGBTQ community needs more visibility. It needs to be uplifted. That's why I'm so excited to be right here on the street, right? So it feels good and remarkable.
And my advice would be that, you know, that your feelings don't lie, and you always have to kind of honor your feelings. Somehow, I don't know how I learned that. I learned that from a lot of trial and error. But I think that's the big thing I would tell young people is whatever you feel is true. Your feelings never lie, so.
It's true.
You know, continue to live your authentic life. Find that support system, that group of friends, those family members, that community out there that welcomes and encourages you to live your authentic life and live it.
Claim your power. I think that there's a narrative that's developed around youth as being vulnerable and at risk and powerless. When you look at organizing, community organizing and activism that's really shaping our community's progress, you see young people at the front lines. And so to LGBTQ youth out there, I would say claim your power as an individual and a change agent.
I implore all gay youth to live in their truth and to know that I don't care what circumstances, what obstacles that may arise, that is absolutely normal, and to stay in your truth and you will prevail through anything. I'm a living witness.
I never give advice to youth. And the reason why, because I was an LGBT youth, and I understood all too well at the time that I didn't necessarily need advice from people. What I needed was people to listen to me and to affirm me. And so what I would say to those young people would be to trust your voice, to tap into yourself, and to surround yourself with people who actually listen and affirm you.
You know, it's true. They try to sort of think of it as a trend, you know, like homosexual rights, homosexual marriage, etc. But it's not a trend. It's actually just the idea of finally integrating wholly into a society. And that's, I think, that's the most important thing, is to integrate, you know.
You know what, I'm happy it's become illegal everywhere. You know, I just don't really understand why we have to go through all of this anyway. You know, if people are in love, they should be in love and just do the things that they want to do and be who they want to be with. The government shouldn't have a right to regulate who that is. So being that it's now becoming more open, it's making everybody more broader and making everybody open their minds more.
I think marriage is an important step forward. And I hope that we also go beyond marriage, right? We talk about workplace discrimination. We talk about taking care of our homeless LGBT youth. We talk about the violence that's facing a lot of trans women of color. And so I think marriage has been the touchstone issue. I'm glad that that's moving forward, but I hope that it also gives us spaces to talk about other issues that are very much vital and necessary to move our community forward, all of our community forward.
Ohio. I am a singer, songwriter, rapper, producer, musician, and I have an album out called School of Roses. I started singing when I was 6 years old. I come from a very musical family. My mother she still is, a beautiful lyric soprano. She's one of the glass breaker sopranos, and she has an amazing gift. My father's a writer. He had a gospel group, about 17 members, and they traveled the U.S., did a lot of writing for some major gospel artists. My mother toured Europe. So I'm kind of a hybrid of those two. That's how I got started. I think the musician part of me, I taught myself how to play piano, and naturally my mind heard melody to write. And as I would write, God blessed me with the voice to be able to actually sing it. So it just kind of flows naturally. I look at singing as just another instrument. So similar to a saxophone player or a guitarist, it's my alternate instrument besides piano. I created this album in particular to be a business card, I guess, to get people to a live show. I want them to really see what I mean by these songs. And when you're live and you can see the expression and you can kind of feel it up close, the feeling it's a relief because these are songs that are in my heart, and I'm able to not only get them out but see the reaction of people. Just so whether I'm on the West Coast or the East Coast or North or South, like it's you get a lot of the same reactions for some of the songs, and it's a priceless feeling. 5 years, I'll say maybe at least another album or two. Hopefully, much more activity overseas. I have a huge desire to like travel internationally and showcase the music as well, and hopefully some major collaborations and a Grammy. I'm a huge Adam Levine fan, Stevie Wonder fan, Lauryn Hill. Yeah, I'm still a big Lauryn Hill fan. I just feel like one day I'm gonna meet Andre 3000 and actually sit down and freestyle with him. So like there's a few iconic people who I'd love to meet and talk to, build a relationship with. So yeah, my favorite song on the album right now has to be Hello or Goodbye. It's this, I don't know, I call it the evening sky song because it's like what I see when I listen to it. It's like you just see this sunset and like everything's right with the world except it has a sad undertone of what I'm talking about. The meaning behind the song is I'm talking to my wife and my daughter because I'm away from home a lot. And it starts off with my wife's reaction to that, how she wants me around and she misses me, all that sort of thing. But verse 2 and the second chorus is centered around my daughter and how she feels about me being gone. And she's only almost 2 years old, and I can already tell that she misses daddy. So to capture that in a song, I think it relates with people, but it also is my heart as well. So I think there's I think the industry is oversaturated in a lot of ways. There's a lot of duplicates. A lot of trendy artists who are trying to follow a trend, and your personal expression gets lost in that. So I don't want people to rush to make an album so that people can like it and they can blow up. I want people to take their time and develop their craft so that they can make an impact no matter how large or how small. That's what it's all about. I'm original. I think we're searching for unique a lot, and I think everybody's unique because we're all different from each other. But originality is hard to come by. It shows you who a person is and their expression. It will automatically be unique, but the way they can captivate somebody's attention with their personal experiences, I think it takes originality, and I think God blessed me to be original. I believe it was Paul Rand. He's a designer. He designed the IBM logo and the ABC logo, and he made a statement: don't try to be the best, just try to be good.
Can y'all say that? Come on. Snap. She thinks she was ahead of her time, kept it bottled inside, with a painting by her bedside, waiting for a chance to romance with somebody in her league. Now every fella ever tried to tell her she's Cinderella, they find out she's walking on glass, and she's like, please, I don't mean no harm, boy, I'm just dealing with a broken past, and right now I'm offering a feasible offer, so I'll have some of that open last. Oh, maybe it won't be easy after all. Maybe I'm just have to make a smile after all. And maybe it'll be easy after all. Say it after all. Hey, after all. Can I say it after all? He used to think he was headed to the top. It was only just a matter of time when he makes it to the big stage, drum bass, orchestra lead, and a baby grand. He wanted nothing more than to go on tour, like his mother did in '94. So he's teaching himself how to play on the piano if they have since he was born. All the while he sees all the problems that can come with blowing up. Wonders what he's still fighting for. Oh, maybe it won't be easy after all. Maybe I'll just have to wait a while after all. Maybe it won't
right. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to actually be able to receive this award tonight?
Much better than being nominated for one. Because you can get all the pressures off. You just go, now it's over, thanks.
Where do you keep all your awards?
They actually sit up on this, there's 2 shelves. And it doesn't matter, there's, the Academy Award is flanked by 2 SAG Awards just because they're like this and they look like dancers. And then there's the Emmys there's 2 Emmys are actually kind of like put on them. I'd love to put one in the front of my car if I had the cojones. And then the other one is, and the Grammys. They look like, the tiny Victrolas. Those are sweet. Wow, that's a very hard question. That's like asking me to film. What haven't you done that you want to do? Wow.
Was there one thing in particular?
I'd love to do the sequel to The Birdcage if they could write it. That'd be great. Just to work with Mike again would be incredible.
Stand Up Icon Award winner.
Shut up. Flip camera.
An iPhone.
Oh, is it really? Wait, hook up. Payback's a bitch. Let's do this. We've got the new BlackBerry app. It's called the Moral GPS. The girl you're hitting on is the same age as your daughter. Reroute.
When you're at an event like this, sitting in the audience, there's so much wacky comedy happening on stage. Is there something inside you just like fighting to not run up there and join them?
No, there's something inside me that goes like, stay here. Don't run up there now, don't. But that's when Norm shouted out to me. I went, no, good luck, take care, good luck. The nights like this, when it's a room full of comics, you're just going, no, we'll wait for it. And it's like, no.
I'm driving in my car. I turn on the radio.
Look at this thing. Look, Flipper.
They have signs. They have big signs that say, you will not get into the kingdom of heaven. And I look at these geeks and go, are you going to be there? I'm not going.
I did Waiting for Godot. I did Shakespeare. It's exciting to wear tights and have people go, I can't see anything.
Just take on. Oh, kind of, dear, if you like that handsome, rugged type. But personally, I prefer short, furry, and funny.
Can you tell us what you've found out about the enemy since you've been here?
We found out that we can't find them.
You do an eclectic celebration of the dance. You do fussy, fussy, fussy. You do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham. Or Twyla, Twyla, Twyla. Or Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd. Or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. But you keep it all inside.
Lawrence, you saw what he did just then.
Who's involved? I am. Who's involved? I am.
You know what? Let's go over to the bus station and pretend we're going someplace. Come on.
Yeah. I'll make those announcements you never understand. Like,
I want the guy who does soccer to do golf one time. The ball is rolling, the ball is rolling. Oh! Those models are like deer in a thong. They walk by, it's just like this, like, hello.
Mr. Lanza, what will your pleasure be?
Let me take your order, jot it down.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
But I'm not afraid. This is Mork, signing off till next week. Nanu.